And a one fish, two fish. And a one fish, two fish.
Ah, there we go.
And a red fish, blue fish.
Ah, there we go.
And a red fish, blue fish.
Ah, there we go.
And a red fish, blue fish.
Hey, Charles, how are you doing tonight?
And a red fish, blue fish.
Hey, Charles, how are you doing tonight? I think I'm going to try to knock out. Charles, how are you doing tonight? Oops, let's. I think I'm going to try. I think I'm going to try to work on some simple lingerie outfits today. See if I can get a couple of things started. That'll be the projects after the Rockabilly Swim. I'm still not quite got the 40s lingerie submitted. I was a slug today. I think I just have to finish the description and upload the pictures. Other than that, hopefully I can finish that up tonight. I've been dragging my ass on that. And my brain stopped. And I had a bunch of resources. And of course, in a mad closing frenzy, I shut down all the pictures of things that I thought were interesting. So I'm trying to find some stuff. I don't know. I saw like the suspender bodysuit thing, which of course now I can't find. And I forgot what side I was on. So for research purposes, I have to check out Victoria's Secret and Fredericks of Hollywood and Dolls Kills and places like that. For research, it's all research, man. Anywho, I did find this. I kind of like this. It's not really that sexy, but it was a cute little outfit. And this I can show. So I don't know if I'm going to do that tonight or not, but that's on the near future list, I think. I did see some other stuff. I kind of like this, but I don't know. And then there was something else similar to this. And I saw something that was kind of had two flowy front and back parts with a basically kind of a G-string panty. And an interesting top, which I can't find the picture of anymore. Because that's just the way my brain rolls. Also this. I kind of like this. Which is kind of like that, but a little bit different. So I'm not sure. I'm thinking what I might do is build out a panty like this to be as a base. I could probably use for either this and or this. And then there was another one that had like flowy parts, which would require a panty underneath it. So if I do, maybe we'll knock out a couple of panties to start with. And then I can go from there. Well, anyhow, it's a marvelous designer night. I'm not sure how much we'll get done. But I'll get at least one thing started, if not completed, and not a second thing. We'll see. And who knows if any of this will work out. I often will like throw stuff together and then decide, you know what, I'm not liking how this is looking. So we'll see how this goes. So something like this, what I would do is probably fill in the full front instead of just having these, and then we could just texture that out. That also gives us the flexibility to do other things with these front panels. All right, there's Marvelous Designer. Okay, as I have been, and if there's anybody else out there, check out CS Bond, by the way. He snuck in a stream last month and I missed it. Yo, it's Rod Shelley. How you doing? All right, as I have been, we're going to start with the Genesis 9 female shape, and then we will branch from there to the base and the Genesis 8. The angels have said, check out Rod. Oh, look at, and we've got the Sarah mug tonight. What's left of Rod Shelley? Oh no,
Was it one of those days? Activate Genesis 9 female shape avatar. All right. Let me see how I want to do this. You know, I think I am just going to go. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with a bottom that's kind of going to be like this. I kind of like the way this loops around. I've opened up the wrong one now. There we go. I kind of like the way this loops around. And this is pretty low. I don't know if I'm going to do the rose thing or not, but I kind of like this pattern. So we're going to basically run a loop around the leg this way. Then we'll connect in the back and we'll do the cross in the front. Then we'll fill in the texture zones in here. So I think what I'm going to do is kind of sketch out these shapes here and then try to run the straps around. We're gonna, and that just fits right. I'm probably going to be a little wider in the back on mine. Not a lot wider, but a little wider. I'm just going to kind of sketch this out. So it's going to kind of come to a point like that. I think I'm going to make a shape that's going to be kind of like this. And then we'll add a in here. And in the back, I'll do something. So let's kind of sketch that out on the avatar to begin with. Am I doing, that's the wrong one? 3D pen avatar. We'll start off with a 3D pen avatar. I'm going to have it, I think we'll start right here. And we'll just run this right down the middle into about there. We're just going to bring this out just a little like that. And then we'll just run this through here. I see Rod has said something. I'm going to get there. I'm going to bring that to maybe a point out here, and then we'll just bring that back through there. Oh, what the hell? It's been one of those days. Spent about 90% of it trying to figure out what's going on with a couple of medical bills we got today. Oh no. That poop has hit the fan. Is that what we're saying? If this doesn't work, I'm going back to an older version. This has been, see, it's been doing that a lot to me, and it didn't used to do this so much in an older version. All right. That's it. I'm mad at Marvelous Designer. Too much information. I have seen lab bills like that where you're like, what the? We're going to skip that. All right, I'm opening up the old version, and I'm going to hope that this one works. That new version has been giving me those errors too much. I don't remember seeing it happen that much previously, so we're going to see if I can just go back to the version from a year ago. Which I actually had to use for the rockabilly dress too, because it was giving me issues. So anyhow, let's do... did I lose my avatars? Yep, I gotta reload in the avatar directory. Boop. If I can just remember where my avatar directory is. I think it's somewhere in objects on the D drive. Let's go check that out. Objects. Am I on the right drive? I am on the D drive. I moved objects. That's right. That's why it can't find it, because objects got moved over to The M drive, maybe. Objects, there it is. It really did. Trying to navigate through all the damn hoops on the provider's website. Had to do a couple of send a code to my phone thing. Oh my god. Yeah, I had that whole two-factor authentication is driving me mildly crazy. Yo, Mao, how are you doing, buddy? It was good to catch your stream the other day. Everybody, check out my good friend Meow. Awesome music streamer. But he was gaming. He was doing actually community gaming. Not that I do that kind of stuff, but I was lurking. You were doing the game on the stream, and you're also doing the Pokemon thing in the chat, right? You still do that too. Yeah, I'm looking for a folder that says Marvelous Designer. I'm hoping that's the right one. I'm looking for a folder here that says G9 Avatars. All right. I'm going to look for my... There we go. Let's see how this goes. We're working on lingerie. I'm going to try to get a few more projects at least started. At least one more project. If I'm lucky, I might get a second. So first off, we're making panties. Let's put that there. We're looking for the line avatar tool. Let's see how this works. And I'm just going to kind of, do I want that? And I'm just going to kind of cross that through here. And then we can kind of, see, there we go. That's what it's supposed to do. That's not so hard. Was that so hard, Marvelous Designer? Seriously? All right, let's put a piece for the back. So the pattern I'm actually looking at is really G-stringy-ish. I'm going to add a little bit more fabric into the back on mine. And granted, that's not a lot of fabric, but that's better than just a simple little strap to the butt crack. All right. We've got our starter pattern pieces. So, an FYI, I'm kind of making a bottom that's going to look kind of like this. It's the plan for right now. And thank you for that shout out there, Charles. I appreciate that, man. So we're going to flatten this. So this just kind of gives me really rough pieces. I just kind of use this as a starting point. Then we go from there. That. I'm going to bring you around like that. This is going to be the front. I'm thinking, actually, let's put you kind of like that. Put you over there. I'm just going to redraw these. So let's start with a simple polygon. I'm going to start with a little bit. It's going to be kind of like this. And then I'm going to figure this out. Got a little bit like that. Back over there. Then for this, I'm going to this way. I'm going to come here. Then we bring you back up to there. I'm going to do some measuring here. I want to, actually, let's move that out of the way. So, all right, there's 4 parts. So this, 291, 345. So that's too long. I'm going to take that back until it's about 290 or so. 278. There we go. That's probably going to be close enough. I'm going to reset the size of that to 15. We're going to say 15, but I want it to go that way. Okay, we're going to kind of do the same thing. I'm going to take a measurement here. That's what this line should end up being. Or maybe this line. I'm going to measure that line. So that says 1768. And we are currently at 196. So, you know what? I just take that back a couple. Should be about right. And then what I want to do is I want to take straps. I'm going to do some measuring. Let's see if I can figure out how to do the measuring again. I want to measure a line that's going to start here and come down to here. He said moving this back piece to the back first. Like that. So let me see. There's a tape measure thing in here. I think I could just surface tape measure avatar. Let me see if this does what I think it's going to do. So if I kind of do this will kind of give me a measurement. Except I can't read that number. What the farfignugan? I think that says 415. So I'm going to make a little strip that's about 415, and we're going to sew this to that strip. So I don't think I need these anymore. And we're going to do this. I'm going to say 415, and it's going to be, I'm going to make it a little thicker than I would normally. No, I'm not. Yes, I am. No, let's make it 15. Okay. I say okay to that. We're going to set up on this side. All right, I'm getting there. All right, we're going to sew the crotch up. That. I'm just going to copy everything. So link copy, put it all over there. So the center line seams all up. I'm going to leave this unsewn for right now. You know the way this actually goes, and I'm probably going to try to do this. This strap actually like runs around through here. So right now I'm sewing through here, but I think I'm going to redo this. Yeah, I think I am going to set this up, but we're going to recut this and reshape it a little bit. So this is just a temporary thing. So I'm going to just sew that here. So that to there. All right, we're going to turn gravity off. And we'll see how that. Okay, so that's a preliminary. We will work on this. So what I actually want this to do is come down through the crotch, back up and through here. I think I'm going to measure this. We're going to chop that off in the shape. Some resewing. So what I really need is this and this, which is 175.1 subtracted from that. I can do maths. No, I can't. So here, I got a web browser over here. 415 minus 175 equals 240, and I want to add this and this to 240. So actually, we're going to switch this to 240. Then I'm going to make a strip that's 44.9, except we're going to come back to that. What did I just say? 240. That's 305. 245. Actually, 255. 235 will probably work. I think I do want to make this a little smaller. Did I make you 20? I made you a 15, didn't I? Actually, I'm just going to redo that. Let's just kill it before it breeds. So, I want these straps to be thinner is what it is. 240 by 10. And then I need one that's 496.7 by 10. Okay, I'm going to position these. This one is going to come through the crotch, and I'm going to... This is going to be the inside edge here. So I'm going to put you like that. Bring you around like so. Put you down into about here. This we're going to put around on the side. I'm going to sew all of this stuff up. You are the front there, so I'm going to sew that to that. Hope I'm not getting that backwards or upside down. And this is the front, so I'm going to go, I think, like this. You I can get rid of. We don't need you anymore. I just duplicate that. And I think I have to... I don't know. Do I got to sew there? I don't. Right, so I want to put a sew right there. There to there. All right, let's see how this goes. I'm going to freeze this for a second because it's kind of in place. It'll help hold the shapes. And then we'll do that, and that should just pull my straps in around the edges. That's not too bad. I'm going to strengthen those up a little bit. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and Control H. It does that. I might tweak the offset on the... That's the shape I kind of wanted it to do. Happy with that. And then what I'm going to do is I need a strap that's going to come across the back. And I want a couple of straps. I want to have a strap that's going to come through here, through here. I have an idea how to do that. And I think that's going to be the basic. So actually, I'm going to trim the top of this. I'm going to do some welding. Or merging. We'll merge that and we'll merge this. And now let's see if I can, so on this, I'm going to just do this has linked editing. I'm going to take that off right now. Move the linked editing so that I can do this. Offset as an internal line 10. That's going to give me a trim right there. I'm going to do this. I'm not going to fix the linked editing just yet. I'm going to do offset as an internal line. And the pattern outline. I'm going to cancel that for just a second. I'm going to take the linked editing off of that. Now let me try this. There we go. That's exactly, I wanted it to slice all the way. Excellent. Perfect. I'm going to try this. Yeah, there it is. It's giving me those shapes I want. I want to get that crisscross shape in there. That's what I'm trying to get. This little crossy thing. Let's do some cutting and sewing. Oops. All right, let's try this. Baby steps. I think this is my problem child right here. And actually, I might be able to just do this. Now my cutting and sewing might work. Let's try it again. Can I just do cut and sew those? And I cut and sew all of that. Then what I'm probably going to do is just remerge this back. And let's unfreeze stuff and let's start. I think I've got all the major. Oh, no. I still want to run a strap across the. Do I want to run a strap across the. I don't want to run a strap. This is a cross. Never mind. All right, let's play around with the fit. Unfreeze. Do that. And then I'm just going to. If I make that like this, oops. Well, maybe I wanted that to be tighter. I don't know. I'm thinking. Kind of what I wanted it to do. But part of me is thinking maybe a little narrower. So I might curve this in. Then we just have to tweak the length of that a little bit to match. That. Maybe we just pull it farther up the hip, call it good. I think I'm in the ballpark. You know what? I think I'm going to leave it like that. No, I'm not. I'm going to curve it in. Yeah. So I'm gonna chop this in half, and we're gonna remirror it. I can just do a cut on that. I can get rid of this. Then I can just do this, and then we'll just sew that back together for right now. We'll eventually merge it back, but for right now, this way I can just shape this a little bit. Want to kind of maybe grab a point right about in here and curve it in. Okay, and I'm going to tweak the length here. So that says 283.5. Oh, actually, it's that plus whatever all of this stuff comes out to. Oops. So this, that, and that. This 2987. We want to change the length on that. You know what? That's not a whole lot different. I'll hold 2 millimeters off for 98.7. And we'll do the same thing to here. Looks fine. Okay, I think I'm just going to make a simple bottom. Because I may end up using that with something like this, which has this band through the middle. And a couple of cups. I can't see the back. Maybe I'll just run a simple strap like this through here to the back. And then we can fill in this. Okay, I'm going to make another bottom, which is going to be a simpler bottom. It's going to come up here, and then maybe, actually, I think I'll have it sit right in here, and it'll just go straight across. So we'll use a band. So put that over there. I wish I had layers so I could organize this stuff a little better. Wouldn't that be cool? Maybe there is layers. Anyhow. Actually, you know what? I'm going to draw out my starting patterns on top of here. And then rework this. So let's start. So I don't have to draw on the avatar for this. I'm going to basically go from here. Oops. Oops, stop that. Oh, I need this polygon tool, not that one. That was an internal line. Stimpy, you fool. Okay. That's going to be the other front. I think maybe we'll make the this one a little bit wider. We'll see. I'll probably change my mind. You did not. I used the wrong tool again. Try this way. That's better. All right, let's hide. Oh, I'm way too. Let's just temporarily hide this. But we're going to deactivate. Of course, I got nothing selected. We'll deactivate the pattern in the sewing, and we'll just hide that for now. This, we're just going to kind of do the same thing, except this time I'm just going to run a waistband. We'll take trim. I'm going to make these really thin, I think. Oh, you're a little weird angle there, aren't you? That boy. Fix that. And I am going to use the measurement tool, though, to get a good feel for how big I want to do that. All right. In the back. You're backwards. Let's flip you. We're going to flip the normals on that. There we go. There. Here. All right, let's grab the tape measure. Somewhere over here. The avatar. Basic tape measure avatar. Let's try that one. Kind of like what we did before. We'll just pull you around. You know, 415 was a good number. Go with that. I'm going to make this a little narrower than the other one. That works. 415. The last time we did, I think, what was it, 15? 10. Maybe I ended it. No, I did 10 last time. Yeah, it'll be fine. Maybe 5. I think I'm going to go with 5. Yeah, let's do that. Let's put you over on the side. Sew everything up. Sewing up the crotch. Then I think this is the front. I have to click over here just to see that is the front. So we're going to do that to there, that, like so. Good. Let's do the do that and sew up all the center points. That, that. I think that's good. I think I got it. I think I was at the top too. Hopefully. Hey, Atherin, how are you doing? Hola. I think that's good. Point. I like that. I think I like that. Yeah, that'll be fine. Then we'll just chop out some trim in here. Oh, how rude. Who makes a call out like that for their friends? Oh, I did. Never mind. What a guy makes such a cool call out for his friends. Am I happy with that? Do I want that to be maybe a little bit longer and then we'll just pull this strap in a little tighter? I think I'm going to do that. I'm working on setting up some new stuff for Marvelous Designer for future projects. Was that a butt belch? Exactly. That's what the kids are calling it these days, right? Yeah, I like that. Wasn't that cool the way that just wrapped around itself? It wasn't. It was not cool. Totally not cool. I just, you know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to do this. We're going to make these shorter. I think that's going to do what I want. I'm going to turn on the stress map just to see how we're looking. Strain map. I could probably get a little more strain in there. You know what? I'm going to bunch these up a bit. So I'm going to pull these points out. Then we're going to hopefully I can get some nice little gathering in there. We'll try that. What do I got here? 130, you know what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 64. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now they look like diapers. Oh, we're working on it. Here, I'm going to put some elastic on here. Let's pull the string tighter. I'm not seeing enough red in there. Seeing a bit more red. I want even more red. Let's strengthen these up a bit. Okay. Let's shape this out a little. Probably, I might end up just not doing this. Also, I haven't made anything quads yet. Do that before I forget. Mesh. Let's optimize, quad optimized. That looks like it did the trick. Okay, let's do some, you know what, I'm going to do a little bit of curving. This actually, let's merge that and merge this. All right, curve a little bit in here. A little bit better looking. Do a little bit of a curve in here as well. That's the wrong tool. Try that again. That might be okay. I might make another version where we're not going to do the bunchy thing. And I might use this for something else. Because in retrospect, I don't know if that's a little unique. You know what? Let's do that. Kind of happy where this is going. But I think I'm going to do some tweaking. All right, let's go ahead and add some trim in here before I'm still thinking about it. Here and here, offset internal line 5. Try that again. 5. So all of that. I'm gonna do a little right there. I just cut and sew that. Will that work? Yeah, I was afraid that was gonna do that. I think it worked. You seem to have worked. Okay. And we're just gonna put a little same thing here. Cut and sew that. So these are all trims. Is good. Okay, and now, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna copy. Okay, let's organize this. So that's 2. I'm gonna do a version of this, but without the gathering. So just a simplified. I don't know if I'm going to use this one or not. We'll see. So to start with, I'm going to duplicate these. That's not it. Control C, Control V. I got the stress map on. I can't select and move things with the stress map on. All right, is good. All right, like we did with the other one. We're going to deactivate the pattern and hide that and put that over there. And kind of like I did before, I'm going to just kind of trace this out. So let's start clickety click, click and click. And are you done? Yay. Probably good. All right, let's flip the normal on that. Just make copies of that, and let's just sew all of this together. Sewing up the crotch. You know what? I don't think those are the same. Yeah, you need to be 15. Are you 15? Nope, you're 13.8. Let's change length on you. Excellent. All right, should be good. So that to that. This to this. And I think I'm going to head in the right direction here. I think we might be good. Yeah, that's the other one. So I'm going to make an outfit that's going to go over this. It's going to be a loose, kind of a loose outfit. It's going to have a belt. It's going to have a like a loin cloth. So it's going to have a panel come down in the back, panel that'll come down in the front, and then it's going to have a kind of a front panel on the top with straps. That'll be a strap here, and then we'll have straps that'll go up and over the neck. I won't actually, maybe a strap here, strap here. That's attached to the skirt part, and it's going to come. I saw a picture of this, so I'm going to try. And I'm probably going to put a dart in over here somewhere to fit that. I'm going to just sketch this out on the avatar and we'll go from there. He said not sketching onto the avatar just yet. I'm going to move you. You know what? You need some trims. I might as well put the trims in here before I forget. Click. And click and offset as internal line. Cut and sew all of that. Just going to put a little trim piece right in the crotch if I can ever select that. Offset as an internal line on that. Cut and sew that. All right, so that's all the trim on that. So I'm going to just freeze this for the time being. And then I'm going to go to town. This is about 750 if I remember correctly. So what we do is, do I want this to be thin and stringy? I think I'm going to go with thin and stringy. 350, and we'll just do, am I doing fives on that? I think we're doing fives. That's going to just sit there at the waist. I'm just going to draw a box, and then I'm going to take that and make it a little bit wider. So basically, we're going to have a front panel. Kind of come down. Kind of like that. Then we have the back panel, which is going to be a little wider. So the front panel to the waist. Back panel for the waist. That over there. I'm going to leave these unsewn for just a second because I want to see what they look like when we simulate that. That gets sewn there. Gonna get sewn there. And you know what? I should put these in the back. They're gonna end up like that. That's kind of what I wanted to do. They're floating a little weird. Let me sew up these. And maybe make them both a little bit wider. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. Eventually, we'll just weld them out. Oh, you know, honestly, you're supposed to be welded. I gotta remember to weld all this stuff together. Yo, DJ Ray, how are you doing? 3D stuff is going awesome, dude. Control H. I'm going to add a little bit of gravity to help these skirts kind of stay down. Not much, just a pinch. Yo, Art. I'm going to add a little bit more gravity because that was just not enough. Now we're just going to patiently wait. Enjoy a nice cool beverage out of our beautiful Sarah mug. You got the Taco Ball ad. Is Ball a demon lord? So I did say I was going to make these wider, didn't I? Yeah, let's do... You're not sure anymore of any of those guys? One, two. 1, 2. I think that might be good. I think I have to tweak this maybe just a little bit. Right? All right, I think that's a start for this one. Okay, so what I want is we're going to run a strap through here. I'm going to run a strap right through here. I'm going to have another... Actually, it's going to connect here and then go back. So I'm going to sketch out this front piece. And then we'll attach straps to it. And how do I want to do the neck? Do I want to do maybe a crossover? Maybe we'll do a crossover on the back. So your Daz Plus goes to January 2028. Dude. I know once upon a time mine was like 3 years in the future. I got better. Because every now and then they have those deals where if you sign up, you get something cool, right? And at one point, I even had it where it was billing me twice every year. Oh, it's your anniversary. We're going to bill you. Oh, it's your other anniversary. We're going to bill you. um, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to dupe this and actually let's sketch out a shape and then we'll go from there. And I'm going to try to think. I'm going to think that I might put a dart in here to here. But we'll see how this goes. I need my old pen, good old pen on avatar tool. There you are, line avatar. That's me constantly monitoring for that. That's how you got 3 years for $13 a year. Yeah. Anyhow, we're gonna start here, and it's gonna come around to here. It's gonna come up here. This is an outfit I saw, which I can't find anymore. It looks kind of like this, I think. Then I want to maybe bring it back through here, and then maybe through here, and then maybe back through here. Possibly through here. And what I think I want to do is I think I'm going to set this up as my dart zone. Can I just add a point there? And then we can do edit line avatar, add a point. And so this is going to, we'll bring that towards the, dang it. That would have been too easy, right? So I got to add another point in here. Oops. I crossed the streams. Remember, kids, crossing the streams is bad. Don't do it. Something like that. Not sure what anniversary it is, but it's got to be an anniversary or something. It's my anniversary, and I'm going to have a really big parade. That's true. It's your anniversary. You can have a parade if you want it. Or you could just cry. Oh no, wait, that's something else. All right, there's my shape. There's my dart. Beautiful, beautiful dart. All right, let's sketch this out. The polygon tool. We're gonna just bring this to there. I'm gonna come right up here. To do that, I'm gonna curve that. That's my dart, and then I'm gonna bring this around. I'm gonna do cool stuff with it. All right, you can come here. You can go away. We're gonna make this the same length as that. 119.4. Change length 119.4. Yay. This is going to have a little bit of a curve in it, right? Like that. We're going to make sure that this 119.9 is the same as this. 119.9. Probably going to want to curve these just a little bit. 120, 122. I'm going to call that good. Let's see how this works out. So that's going to get sewn to that. So I'm thinking, maybe I need to pull that out further. I don't know. Let's see how this works. Did I not get rid of you? I wish these deleted easier. Let's move you up to here. Let's put you right there. Like that. Those are going to get sewn in there. We're just going to sew this to that little waistband there. I should probably turn gravity off. So, A, I could just loop this around the neck, or B, I can take this and cross it over to here. And then I got the two other straps, one there, no, one here. You know, I think the cross is going to look more interesting. I think I'm going to do that. Let's get our measurement tool out and see how long this should be, though. Oh, there we go. So you're going to kind of start here and work my way around here, kind of through here, and around like so. And you're going to kind of end up somewhere about in there, which is about, it says 454. So we're going to make ours 450. Here, let's do that. 450 by 5. Although, you know what? I think I'm going to run that right along here. We're going to just maybe do a little change. I'm going to change the length of... I'm going to come back to that, actually. Yeah, let's make you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for right now. I'm actually just going to sew this to this. I heard a noise. Why did I hear a noise? Charles! There's the good old dyslexic cart for Mr. Bond. CS Bond. He likes them chocolate shakes, not stirred. And then this, where are you? Oh, there you are. Chris, I'm on my third render today. Dang, dude. You're getting caught up. You don't have to work tomorrow, do you? Was today the last day? I'm on the wrong thing. From the marathon work adventure you've been on. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do this. Do that a little bit more. I think I'm going to pull this around and hope for the best. Then I want to sew this over to here. Make a render for me. I'm a bit low this month. So, here, I want to do this. I want you to come over here. And then I'm going to dupe that. And let's see how this goes. Something like that. It got a little twisty. And then I want to add one more through here. And I might add some shape to this. So the one I saw actually had some shape. So we're probably going to maybe make that look a little more scalloped or something. You're on your 6th cup of coffee. 6? Dang, dude, you had me worried. Charles is only on his second, but his cup's this big. All right, I'm adding a little more shape in here. Six pot. That's right. We can legally do pot in New York. What am I doing? No, I'm doing this. So, you know what? I'm going to split this in two. I'm going to put a strap right in here somewhere. Yeah, I think right through there. So we're going to curve. You know what? I'm going to put a little bit of a split right there. At 5. I think that's going to be good. I want to put a little split right here. We're going to call that 5 as well. So that's where a strap. I might bring it up just a little bit further. Yep, like that. I think I'm going to give this a shape. So, and kind of that. This is kind of, yeah, and then I'm just going to run a strap through the back. I'm just going to eyeball that right now. Let's say 150, 175. Let's say 175. 75, and we'll do 5. And I'm going to sew you to this right here. Are you not? Did I hit the wrong thing? I must have hit the wrong thing. Like so. Like that. Like that. You guys are both. All right, let's move these around to the back. I have no idea if I'm. Let's just simulate and see where this all ends up. Oh, it didn't go around the back. Never mind. Am I sewing? Are you upside down? Oh no! I've gone too fast and now it's getting confused. Right. That's just a reminder to save. File save as. I'm gonna just stick this in dresses for right now. For lingerie. Yeah, I'm just gonna stick this in lingerie. I got a whip folder down in here that I could just use. You know what? I'm just gonna make a whip folder right here at the upper level. I am not sure where I'm going with these just yet. I got a strappy dress. I don't know. You can do that, but petroleum is still illegal. That's kind of problem. It's okay to smoke it, you just can't buy it. And if we catch you with it, oh, we can't do anything. Yeah, that makes no frickin' sense, does it? You know, are you just... It's basically don't ask, don't tell with drugs, right? I'm gonna just flip these. Like I got these backwards. Let me see if we can just reverse. Okay, let's try this. There we go. That's kind of what I wanted it to do. I think we're getting there. I kind of wanted it to do that. This is all part of the master plan. I think we want to move that in further, maybe. And also this curve shape isn't working. I'll probably end up just turning these straight. Delete curve points. And just pull this over to here. And you want to grow some real plants so bad for medicinal purposes. Oh, not skunk. Not that I know anything about that. Hey, we're getting there. Not crazy about that, but I can work it out. That's a little bunchier than I would like, but I think that's going to be fine. I want to add this. I want to curve this. Maybe bring it down a little bit even. That is janky AF. Can I just, I think I'm going to have to maybe resim that. I'm going to have to reposition this and try it again. That's better, I think. Okay, so let's curve this. And we can start trimming this up. But anyhow, that's kind of what I saw, and I think I might go with that. See how this goes. So I'm going to do this. We're going to curve it out. I'm going to tweak that angle just a little bit. Kind of like, you know what? I'm going to zoom in. Going the wrong way. Oh, come on, let me have 90. Close enough. Okay, once again, we're going to measure that. So I think maybe we will just add a little bit more. Which one are you? Maybe another 20. 1, 2. Let's just make sure that these line up. Oh, you're way out there, aren't you? Take a look at our strain map. That's not too bad. This could probably be a little bit longer. And I can tweak that shape so that's a little not so stretchy right there. And do I actually want this maybe out just a little? Maybe we'll pull this out to here. All right, so which one are you? I think you're this one here. Axel, hey. I'm making an outfit in Marvelous Designer. This will eventually go into Daz Studio. At least that's the plan. Unless after stream I go, you know what? I really hate this. I'm not. Always a possibility. Let's take you. I'm adding a little bit more length to the strap so that maybe loosens up a little bit. Of course you twisted funny. Why would you not twist funny? Not twisting would be unfair. Let's undo that. See if we can do this again without it janking itself up. You just did Marvelous Designer last week? Yeah, it's one of my go-to tools. Okay. I'm going to try this again, and we'll see if we can do it without getting twisted. You just went at funny angles, didn't you? You hate me. I'm just... No, stop. Okay. So before we simulate, I'm going to pull this off so that it doesn't decide to twist around itself. Oh, I got the stupid strain map up still. Drives me crazy. All right, let's do that. Nope. Try that again. See if we can do this without it. There we go. I think I'm in the ballpark. What did I say? I wanted to make that a little bit wider, maybe. So I think I'm going to just grab this edge and that point, which is head left with it. I have to readjust my sewing in here. So these need to be tweaked just a little bit. I think that's going to be good. Let me see if I can fix that. Where are you? I think maybe if I put a little bit of a curve in here and keep most of that straight. And we're going to pay attention. Pull you back this way. I hate it when it snaps like that. You can still hear that in the voice of Sergey. Surge. You know what? I did see that. They had that sequel that was just made recently, right? Yeah, it was okay. Uh, 144.1. That's my target number. I can't see my target number, of course. Oh, there it is, 145. Am I going towards 44 point? Nope. I'm not getting there. 144.8. You know what I'm going to do? I think we're going to do a. Yes, Bronson. I can't even pronounce his name. 44.1. Change length. 144.1. Okay. Let's see if that. I'm still probably going to have to. You know what? That's kind of working. But we're gonna cheat. I might have cheated too much. I'm probably just gonna smooth it out with ZBrush or something. I kind of like these wrinkles in here though. They look kind of cool. And you can see the panty underneath. You know what? I think I'm in the ballpark with this. I kind of like that. I think that'll work. What do I got? I got a few minutes for 9. This is kind of what I wanted to do with this. My gravity's really low. That's why it's moving slow. That's my excuse. You know what? I'm at that point where I can probably save this and open it up in the new version. So I think I'm going to do that. Let's hit save. The new version lets me use GPU simulation, which runs a lot faster than this. I think we're going to do that. All right, let's close you down. Activate I think this is the latest. I've had some issues with the latest, though. That's why I keep popping back to the old version. And by old version, I mean the one from, I think it was May or June of last year. Before the rocket scientists at Marvelous Designer started breaking things. But the GPU simulation runs so much faster, it's hard to not use it. File, open, project. Fortunately, I got to navigate to where I was. I think I was in lingerie, in a whip folder. And I'm just calling you Strappy Dress for lack of a better name. I don't like that name, but I want it'll do for now. All right. I think I'm close. So these panties go with that. They're all trimmed up. These are going to be used for something else. Actually, this, I'm probably going to end up going with something that's going to look kind of like that. Only instead of this lacy stuff here, we're going to have solid panels in the front. Okay, I think we're going to weld this together. We're going to trim it up. We're going to start giving it fabric names. And if we have time, we'll start getting this over in the DAS today. We'll try that. Let's merge that. Merge this. Merge this. I'm going to set up some trim zones on here because we got to have the short version. So I want to do one. Yeah, so let's do. I got to do it this way so I can tell what I'm doing. Do a split. Say 270. Say okay. I want to do the same thing over here. Run a line across. like that, like that. And then I'm going to put a halfway in here. We'll have like upper, mid, and lower zones. I'm going to do a middle split on that one. And we'll do the same thing over here. Run this across. We still have linked editing, so we're still cool on that. Actually, you know what? We're going to pull this line in the back down a little bit. Just so it kind of visually lines up a little bit better with the front. Back over here. Nope. I hovered my mouse over the wrong thing. Gonna take that line down until it's a little close. That looks about right. And you know what? I think I'm going to maybe lower these two down a little bit till they. Yeah, I think that'll work. All right, let's mark some more trims. I'm gonna run. Oh, it's all that linked freaking editing. I think I can lose the linked editing now. I do both of these at the same time. Remove linked editing. There we go. I'm gonna lose these. Or not. I think I'm going to leave those and I'm going to drop lines to the middle. Oh, I haven't converted these to quads yet, have I? Let's make sure this is all quads before quad optimized. You know, the quad optimization has gotten a little bit better since last year, so that's another benefit of using the latest version. All right, now let's set up. So we're going to add little hems. Oh, I got two internal lines here. I can lose one. That happened when I was doing the linked editing. It duplicated them out. All right, now we're good. These are gonna be. Oh, what? I got rid of you. No. All right, offset is an internal line. You know what? Maybe 15. I'm gonna have. Yeah, let's do that. Let's make these. These will be 5s. Did I just do? Oh, no, offset is internal line. 5. Okay. Is good. All right, so I have this band here, so I need to put lines here, here, and here. See how this works. Are you still linked editing? You're still linked editing. Cause me problems right here, aren't you? Did I not take the linked editing off? I thought I did. Oh, I did now. Okay. going to run an internal line through here. At this point I can do the cut and sews, and these will become trims. I can set these up as separate fabrics. Do I want to do maybe one through here? Do one in here and here. Dang it. Deselected. Oh, and I have to do this because it wasn't linked anymore. Doi. Think this is good. I just have to start chopping all of these up. I just cut and sew that. Cut and sew that. And cut and sew those. Dang it. Oh, you're too close to this other thing. I'm going to be confused. They do that just to be helpful, but it turns out to be kind of the opposite. That opposite thing of helpful. This kind of gets in the way. You cut and sew all the way through here? What the hell? You are not. Why am I? Alright. Do I got an extra little line in here or something? What's going on? I do have a little extra, little weird little. Can't. I don't need you. Yes, I do need you. Hmm. What about you? God. Nope. All right, let's try extend trim to pattern outline. And can I cut and sew you? There we go. Okay, fine. Offset to pattern outline. Are you? Okay. I offset you to the pattern outline. Are you going to let me do that? Do you think you're already on the pattern outline? I think you already think you're on the pattern outline. I cut that. Did I cut you? Is that what? No, you're all one piece. Oh, you got cut funny. Oi. Well, I tanked that pretty bad. How far back can I undo? I think I cut and sewed the wrong thing down here. I thought I did all the hems. Are you still out? Are you out of undos? You're just letting me. Nope. You still think you can undo? Are you actually undoing anything? I think I broke my. There. I think that went back together. Right. Okay. I think I'm good. You are cut and sewn. All right. Now I think I can. So that. So that. So that. I think I just got out of the order there. Cut and sew those. Cut and sew these. Then here. Did I get that right? Okay. And we'll assign fabrics to these. Did I not select? I did. Okay. All right. I think we're good. Right. Let's start adding. So I'm going to call you. Actually, let's do add. You're going to be top. You're going to be the trim for the top. Straps. Top. Maybe not capitalize that second S. Copy that. Straps. Or so straps waist. See. I'm gonna call it skirt front, upper, something like that. Trim. Uh, skirt front upper. front mid. Lower. Actually, I'm going to rename these. Skirt front upper trim. Lower trim. Okay, hem. Okay, you got a janky ass name. What the hell did I do there? And then I got to do all of this for the back. I'm going to be ready to write before I even finish these names. And can I just 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9? Excellent. You know, it used to not add these copies to the names, but it still gives you the garbage, right? When you export this, it still says fabric, yada, 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 crap, crap, crap. What the hell did I do here? Two, three, four. It's like I copied the wrong thing. I have no idea what happened here. I'm not even sure which one you're supposed to be. Rear lower trim. We should be able to get the colors on these. I might be able. I'm not going to have time to export this before the end of the stream. I have saved this. Okay. Yeah. All right, let's give these all colors so that at least we can tell what we're doing when we're signing stuff. Can do like this. This stays open now, so that's good. I just drag and drop these. No, but I can select and click. Oh no, I have to apply. Doy. Still a lot easier than it used to be. Did I not hit apply? Did I not hit apply? I apparently, I don't know. See? Oh, I know what it is. It's picking up this color. So what I have to do is I have to kind of do it in this order. I don't like that color. It was too close to the last color. These blues are all too much alike too. Getting there. Nope. That looks like the same color I used last time. There we go. That's better. So we're going to assign the colors to the different parts of the pattern and then call it a night. I think that's the plan. And then maybe Thursday we can start moving some of this over to Daz. Also, we'll finish up the strappy little teddy thing. I think this is good. Okay, apply and close. Control S. Do I have top trim? I think I have top trim. We'll do top trim first. Just select all of those and take top trim and put that there. I can take top and drop it on that. And I'm not sure. I think these are top straps. These are the torso straps. These are the waist. And that and that are the front upper trim. Upper. Where'd the hem go? There's the hem. It's not letting me drop it on there. Saying this is in front of that. I refuse to okay, skirt front mid. These are the trims. Then somewhere in here there's a mid hem. And there's a front lower. And skirt front lower. You should say trim in here somewhere. Then there should be a lower hem. And then we'll just get the back done. So rear upper trim. Oops. Then for hem mid trim. Then the mid hem lower trim and lower hem. Hit save. I think we're good. It's 9:02. Okay, so next time we'll start fitting this over to. Oh, and I still have to do the panties. So panty front, panty back, panty trim. So that still needs to be done. This is going to be a two-piece outfit. We've got a little bit of panties just because we got this little thing here. And then I'm going to do something that's going to look like this. We have the bottom part done. Just need to build out the midsection and the top still. So that we will probably try to get to on Thursday. So thank you all for being here. Hey, anybody on the YouTube, I appreciate you being here, man. Axel is here on YouTube, and Art was on the YouTube. I think Art got back over to the other thing, Twitch. So anyhow, if you're on YouTube, like and subscribe. If you're on Twitch, we're gonna go right out. What is today? It's Tuesday. I don't know. There's always our good friend, Jack. You're here on Twitch, yeah. So if you're on Twitch, we're gonna go right out. Let's see. Let's do a couple of shout outs real quick. Hey, follow CS Bond over here on Twitch. He doesn't stream a whole lot, but when he does, he'd like to be there. Also, you can buy his merch. Here's a beautiful Sarah mug. I still have tea left. Anyhow, there is that. That was our mug for today. Oh yeah, June 28th, birthday stream. I don't know what I'm doing yet, but I'm going to be old. I can start calling Charles Jr. again. For just a few months, I can call Charles Jr. Who are we looking for? We're looking for a raid. Raid target. Activate raid target. Where are you? Who am I? What am I? Where am I? That's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. You're not old. You're just well aged. Infozar is doing magic. Our good friend Sally Quinn is doing a painting. It's a Star Wars commission. So maybe I know we read it. We read them all the time. Our good friend Irumakin is doing words on stream or the puzzle. I think he's doing the puzzle right now. Riv Critter is doing Star Wars, playing a Star Wars game, I think. Experienced, exactly, experienced. Hold on. Am I done? I have to make a call here of who we're going to raid. I think I'm near the end. Taking a look. Who do I want to? I am painting badly is doing 7 days to die. Who did I say? Sally Quinn. You know, Sally's doing art. Let's go hang out with her because she's actually doing art today. And we will probably raid Jack on Saturday. Or Josh. I've been raiding Josh Yu a lot on Saturdays too. Anyhow, so let's say hi to Sally Quinn. She is doing a Star Wars commission today. She often does body painting. Today it's a Star Wars commission, canvas painting. So anyhow, thank you all for being here. Have a parade. Yeah, I'll show you chinchilla. How's that? We'll bring the chinchilla out. I'll have hard liquor. I have unicorn cakes. They're left over from last year, but hey, they're still unicorn cakes. And a salami. I think I'll get a salami. Anyhow, let's do this. Hey, we got the raid calls. Hey, Discord. Feel free. Feel free to join the Discord. If you post stuff in the gallery, that is not what the frick, dude. If you post stuff in the gallery, we share it on our Saturday night social on Saturdays, 8 p.m. Eastern time. Also, I also do announce in there whether or not I'm actually streaming on streaming days. Next streaming day will be Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern time. I'm probably going to be working on outfits. If I do play with outfits, I'm probably going to make progress on this other strappy thing. So on Thursday, we will probably trying to get these exported out and into DAS. Or maybe we'll work on Rockabilly. Probably Rockabilly on Saturday. Anyhow, what do I got going on there? Hello, Charles. There we go. And we have raid calls. If you can join the raid, that would be cool. If you're not a sub, feel free to copy that. If you are a sub, you can use the sub raid call. I'm going to do that. So let's go over and say hi to the marvelous Sally Quinn Creations. So here we go. /raid. Control V because I can't spell. Raid has been started. Thank you all for being here. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a good rest of a Tuesday or Wednesday for those of you on the happy side of the planet. And Chris copies his raid call. And hasta la vista, baby.